What's up, Rooted Collective? Welcome back to Awakened and Rooted. I thought today would be as good a day as any to watch some haunted TikToks, and I wanted to watch them with you all. So let's just get into it.
My grandma told me about this couple back in the Mississippi Delta that never left their porch. She said their house was like up off in the woods and you really wouldn't even know it was there because the driveway to it was all overgrown and everything. So when they was on their way from school, they would cut through the woods to like kind of make them a little shortcut, and that's how they first seen the E4 house. And they said every time they walked past the house, the couple was always sitting on the porch. Now, they would always, like, they weren't right next to the house. They'd be like off up in the woods some, and the couple would always be there. She said she had never see them talking to each other. She had never see them like moving around, cleaning up, sweeping, eating, like no, it'd just be there, just be sitting. So her big brother got the idea that they should sneak in there one night and see what's really going on, man. So what happened is one night they got up around 3 a.m. They waited till, all the big mom and them was sleeping and all that, and they snuck out. And when they snuck out, they climbed out of their window and even was smart enough to leave, like, clothes piled up in the bed just in case somebody got to go check on them. So when they making their way through the woods, they said they was terrified because, back then everybody was superstitious, man. It just was how life went back then. So they making their way to the house. Now, while they making their way to the house, they get there and they see it off in the distance. Now, of course, they ain't had no street lights and all that. All they had was the moonlight. So as they coming up on the house, they realize that they see the couple still sitting there.
That is not the whole story, I am quite sure. And that couple was sitting on that porch, unalive.
What the
Stop. No,
Stop.
I'm not. No. Hell no.
What the dude?
No. They were soaked. See? That was it. That was it. She's crying.
A late-night drive takes a chilling turn as this user encounters something unsettling on a desolate road. In the dim headlights, a mysterious figure comes into view. A woman, soaked from head to toe, standing eerily still by the roadside. The tension inside the car is palpable. A few passengers urge the driver to stop and check on her, but one voice firmly objects, "No." As they pass, some notice her odd, almost mechanical movements. She seemed to shift positions unnaturally, from one side of the road to the other. Was she crying, waving, or perhaps doing something far more sinister? The unease grows as the driver speeds away, leaving the chilling figure behind in the shadows. After the video was posted, the internet exploded with theories. Some suggested it was a trap, a ploy used by criminals to lure unsuspecting drivers. Others were convinced it was something paranormal, perhaps a skinwalker, a ghost, or even La Llorona herself. Skeptics, however, dismissed it as nothing more than a coincidence or a stranded hiker. But one detail stands out: her strange, jerky movements and the way she seemed to glide. Livid Linguine later revealed that police were contacted, but the mystery remains unsolved. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
So there has always got to be one smart person in the car, and thank God they listened to that one smart person. Because somebody on the side of the road in the middle of the night and jerky movements, hell no.
Imagine you're ice fishing in the middle of nowhere. When you hear this, he was ice fishing when he captured something truly unsettling. A deep, echoing howl rang out across the frozen lake, sending shivers down the spines of those who heard it. At first, it sounds like a wolf, but as the eerie wail continues, it becomes less and less clear what kind of animal could be making it. Some viewers believe it's the cry of a Sasquatch, while others suggest something even more sinister, a skinwalker or wendigo. But the strangest part? Mark doesn't even react. He just keeps fishing, almost as if he's heard this before. But what makes this even creepier is the number of reports from people claiming to have seen Bigfoot in this exact region. One commenter even said they saw a massive creature run across the ice 2 years ago. Others claim that these kinds of sounds have been heard for decades in the Canadian wilderness, but no one can explain them. Was this the howl of an undiscovered creature, or was it just an echo from something much more ordinary? Mark himself admits he never saw what made the noise, leaving the mystery unsolved. But one thing's for sure, if you were out there alone and heard that sound, would you stay, or would you run?
So me, myself, I would be running the heck up out of there. But Mark, first of all, has heard that before because he was too calm. And second of all, if it was Bigfoot, he don't want to be bothered. So if you don't mess with him, he don't mess with you. So you can just sit there and continue to fish. And I think he might know that on some level. I'm sorry, I have to watch that one again. Did something hit her at the door and make her fall? I gotta watch that one again. I don't know, it's like something hit her or knocked her out somehow and made her fall down those stairs.
This story is coming from Ecuador, which is like the very first time I read something scary from there. This guy says that he works at like a convenience store, but it's more so like homemade. Like it's in a neighborhood and it's in a 3-story house and it's vacant. The only floor that they use is the first one. The owners of the house, which are also the owners of the store, moved because they were having problems living there. So it was around 10 p.m. and it started raining, so he decided to close the gate so that nobody could come into the store anymore. However, if people did show up, they would just knock on the gate, or sometimes they would get their coins and start banging on the gate so that he can come out and help them. So he was sitting there enjoying the rain, and he would notice that when people in the neighborhood that lived there would pass by, they would all look up at the balcony of that house and start waving up there. He says he even saw one of the neighbors that lived next to the house look up there and say buenas noches. After a while, he finally heard somebody banging on the gate, so he comes out to see what they needed, and he noticed that it was one of the neighbors that lived next door. So the neighbor needed some eggs, and as he's grabbing those eggs for them, the neighbor tells him, "What's going on, Justy? Since when does Mr. O love enjoying the rain this much? I can see that he's really drenched, but when I try to call his name, he doesn't even turn to look." The guy that works at the store tells him maybe he's just drunk like always, and he gives him his eggs, and that was it. However, he says that he stayed there in shock and very confused. And that was because the neighbors didn't know that Mr. Raul, the owner of the house, the guy's boss, had passed away a week ago. He says that even now, till this day, the neighbors do not know that Mr. Raul has passed away. He said that he's noticed that when it's really rainy, a lot of the neighbors see him up there, and he just believes that maybe he's there protecting his home. He says that he has never seen Mr. Raul, hasn't even felt anything weird, but it does kind of scare him every time the neighbors come and say, "Oh, I see Mr. Raul up there. He never says goodbye. He never says hello." He also doesn't have the heart to tell them that Mr. Raul is no longer living. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a nosy bitch. I would be so happy to tell the neighbors that Mr. Raul has passed away, and what the are you looking at, because he's not here, he's not living. Then again, if I had seen him, I would probably not be working there anymore. But what do you guys think?
I think you should tell your neighbors that Mr. Raul passed away. How rude.
This is the second most haunted museum in America after, of course, the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. Here it is, guys. This is the Huntington County Historical Museum in the small town of Huntington, Indiana. And although it doesn't look like much, guys, this place is absolutely terrifying, and I'm going to take you inside to show you exactly why. Make sure you watch to the end of this video, because I'm going to show you a real video of an apparition, a ghost that was captured on camera inside this exact museum. As we walk in, guys, you can see that this place is full of artifacts from Huntington County's long history, which dates all the way back to the 1830s. We've got an Abraham Lincoln statue. We've got bombs from World War II that were created in this town. U.S. flags, battleship models, all kinds of things. Drums from the Civil War. This place has it all. Now, I've actually ghost hunted in this building many times. My dad actually volunteers here, but nobody can really figure out why it's haunted. Some believe that it's because of former employees who used to work here who have now passed away. Some believe it's because this used to be Native American land, and it could also be all these artifacts that are in here. But in this room I'm about to show you, there is a shadow figure that was captured on camera so clear that you cannot deny that this place is haunted. It was captured right here, guys, and I'm gonna play the video for you right now. It walks right up these stairs.
So I didn't exactly see it walk up the stairs, but I did see a dark shadow. And what the hell does he mean they don't know why the place is haunted? You have things from the Civil War, you have all these bombs and all of this memorabilia from tragic times that still has energy attached to it. Why would you think the place wouldn't be haunted?
A couple is inside their kitchen when something pretty terrifying is caught on camera. The following video comes from Crystal and Damien, who both live happily in the house of their dreams. They had bought their home a few months ago before recently becoming engaged. To the couple, this house has become an important part of their relationship, as without it, their bond wouldn't be as strong. Although happy to be the property owners of this new house, there's something about this place that spooks them just a bit. Sometimes, things would happen that neither Damien nor Crystal could explain. For this reason, they've set up cameras throughout their house to capture video evidence of the strange occurrences. In return, they would have solid proof that what they're experiencing isn't just in their heads, but in fact, something real. It goes without saying, but what they've captured has left them deeply unsettled. On August 6th of 2022, a security camera inside their hallway captures this. It's worth noting that it was past midnight when this happened. Take a look. Although not really sure what to make of this, except that it might have been someone pranking them or some crazy person banging on their door late at night, it's the following video that scares them the most. The couple is inside the kitchen when this is captured.
I don't want to keep hanging out with your friends if that's how it's going to make me feel at the end of the day. Like, it feels more like...
They don't mean to do it. They're not like planning on, you know, they
do you
don't...
know how it feels to hang out with a group of people and they don't even want you there?
They do want you there.
But I'm only there
they want you there. They like you a lot.
you.
No, they don't.
That's the only reason.
They like me. They're my friends. But but they like you a lot.
They're acting fucking rude to me.
They're not trying. That's just how they... Hey.
When he opened that door, he let that, whatever that was, in. I'm sitting there like, don't open the door. He opened the door and let that in. And what got me at the beginning of this, and it has nothing to do with the paranormal, why did the guy say that the house meant a lot to them? Because it's like a bond for them. Like, shouldn't you have this bond before you go into buying a house together? Why is this house what bonds the two of you together? That disturbs me. That disturbs me a lot.
A strange black shadow can be seen in the corner of the room. The dog continues to bark angrily for several seconds before it eventually gets too scared and runs away. What's eerie is that as soon as the dog runs out of the room, a chair can be seen moving immediately afterward. It's almost like whatever strange spirit was in this house was waiting for the dog to leave to move the chair. Sadly, to this day, this mystery has never been solved, but if I were in Sinestia's shoes, I would be looking into moving out as soon as possible. This video just shows that dogs are almost always able to sense danger, even if we have a hard time sensing it ourselves.
First of all, let me just get this out the way. Am I the only one who thought that that was dog poop on the floor? They kept pointing at the dog poop. I thought there was dog poop on the floor. But anyway, how can a spirit, well, I'm trying to figure out, is the spirit afraid of the dog? Because that makes no sense to me. But anyway, dogs are extra sensitive.
If you scare easily, use your discernment, but this is the completely uncut and unfiltered clips that I took tonight after a couple of really weird things happened in my house. My daughter's been asleep for 2 hours. She's all the way over there. How is this standing up perfectly upright and turned on? She can't reach that. Hi, baby. And she's dead asleep when that thing just came on. There's no way. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Go back night-night. Go back night-night. I don't like this. My heart is like beating out of my chest right now. What the fuck just happened? So just for context also, because I just kind of yeeted that thing pretty quickly, so you didn't really get to see it, but we usually turn that machine on every night at bedtime. I didn't turn it on tonight. For that thing to be on, like if I were to... What the fuck was that? Okay, my whole body. No. What is that? Nope. Nope. I told you to get out. My fucking heart monitor battery just drained. My sensor battery just drained. That's what's going off right now. I was just thinking about everything that I had just said when I spoke out loud, and I did address a couple of people specifically, so after I thought about that is why I said this. I think I might know who this is.
Who the hell is it?
Upon spotting what they believe is a ghost hidden in this advertisement. Now thankfully, I was able to find a better quality video of this commercial. I'll play the entire ad before showing where the supposed ghost is hidden. That being said, see if you can spot the apparition in this ad. On the window, a faint reflection of what appears to be a grim-looking face can be seen midway through the commercial. It appears for only a few seconds before the scene changes and the face is no longer seen. Now the face doesn't appear to have the same features as the woman sitting on the couch, which has led viewers like Melanie to believe that a ghost was caught on camera. If no one else had been around, then whose face was this? Perhaps this might have been a cameraman who accidentally recorded their own reflection. Whether ghost or not, one thing's for sure. The appearance of whatever this is pretty unsettling. But as always, what do you think? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. The following photo was submitted by Tona Putra, who writes, "There was a family in Indonesia who went to a cemetery to commemorate members of their family who have died. The family was at the cemetery for almost the entire day. During the evening time, before leaving the cemetery, they were taking a lot of photos. Most of them were just random, but when they got home, they noticed that one photo had caught something in it that was strange. The following is the picture the family had taken. According to Tono, the family had no clue as to who this person was. They were the only ones there and were sure that whoever or whatever this was not one of them. Now because this photo was taken at a cemetery, Tono believes that an entity was caught in the photograph. The family also thinks that something supernatural was caught in the photo. They believe that this may have been the ghost of a child whose own gravesite is at the cemetery. Although it's not clear as to who, or maybe even what this might have been, the picture has left them spooked. If the family had been the only ones there, then who was this? On August 6 of 2016, a small channel had posted a video of two security guards who appear to be inside a school. The footage seems to have come from Argentina, given the language that is spoken by both men in the video. They seem to be the only ones inside the school. However, in the video, one security guard tells the other that he can hear noises coming from down the hall. Although one of them is hesitant at first, they proceed to check out the noise. What happens then has left them spooked. This is what they caught.
¿Qué onda, boludo? ¿Hace un frío acá afuera? Sí, boludo, hace un refrío. Pero acá parece que hace más frío, porque dice cuando hace frío que es por algo, digamos. ¿Dónde escuchas, boludo? Acá hay ruido en toda la escuela. Pero sí, boludo, ¿no escuchaste? Ve, escucha. Escucha, boludo. ¿No escuchas?
Nada, boludo.
Sí. ¿No escuchas este lugar? Sí, boludo, para mí que por allá. O ahí, no sé. Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste, boludo? ¿Viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá. Aguantá.
After panning the camera towards an empty classroom, we can see a chair that is strangely placed near the doorway. It isn't until seconds later that the chair moves on its own, causing both men to flee as far away from the site. The video's description claims that both men had encountered something paranormal, which appears to be the case. Although most viewers believe that something paranormal had occurred, a few believe that this might have been done with practical effects. Some believe that a string was used to pull this off. Now, because the guard didn't go inside the class to show that no one was hiding inside, it's hard to be sure if it's real or not. I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not something paranormal had occurred. Had both guards encountered something beyond explanation, or was this something else?
So, with that last one, I kind of have to, I don't know if that's his thought, but I'm going to decide that that one was something that they set up. That was definitely something that they set up. What makes you think churches are exempt from hauntings? I don't know. What if it was one of the parishioners? And this is just coming up in my mind. What if it was one of the parishioners and church was their favorite place? They may want to go back there.
You there now? Yeah. Oh my. Hello? Dude, this mannequin scared me so.
Well, what the hell happened? I have no idea what happened. Because it sounded like a piano, but it sounded like the piano was coming from downstairs. So why would you run? Well, you ran out the door, but I have no idea what made him run out of the place like that.
Hi, okay, it's closing time like always. We look crazy as hell. Tonight it's me and Paxton again. There she is, working her little fingies to the bone. She just came to the office once again with an update. So what happened?
So I was just working back here doing whatever, and I heard that box of gum fall off the shelf. Nobody's back here but me.
Well, I was in the office, but I didn't know. So okay, so I guess what we can is we can try the AI.
Yeah, the AI.
Let's see if there's anybody back here that shouldn't be back here. So let me flip the camera. Okay, we're gonna do it right over here. Those boxes just fell off.
So there's somebody back there.
What the fuck? Okay.
No.
All right. Let's see.
No.
Dude, there's nobody there.
Try it.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't want to. I am too tired. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's go right here.
Oh, what?
What the fuck is... Let me... There's nobody in the damn store. I hate this place. I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm gonna do it right here real quick and see. Okay, it's showing someone. She was working hard.
Oh no, not there.
Okay, let's try it one more time down here.
Is that hair? What is that? Oh.
What the fuck was that? Hold on, let me. I don't know. What the fuck that was? All right, Paxton, we're done. I'm not doing this tonight. All right, we're going. Okay, we're gonna come right in here. Okay. So we're done. That's it for the night. All right, here's Paxton. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not.
A little freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
We're definitely done for the evening.
Might put in my 2 weeks in too.
I don't believe a word of it. When that box was pushed off the shelf, you saw somebody back behind that shelf, and like as they were like running away. So I think they do have like a third employee in there, and that person with that, I don't believe it at all. And it's like an Old Navy storeroom or warehouse or something. Is Old Navy haunted?
Try it again. Hearing sounds up here, like somebody's moving around. This stuff's been happening, but as soon as I pull my phone out, everything stops. I don't know. I don't know. I swear I heard somebody up here. Holy shit, I don't know what happened. That thing vanished, and my camera stopped recording immediately at the same time. It's gone.
The fuck is that?
No, what's...
Run! Run!
Guys, wait! Oh.
What is it, Pete? What's here?
What's over there?
What's over there? Show me. Show me. You didn't know that.
There's literally no one there.
What's up there? Huh? Is it upstairs? Oh, come on.
Let's go look. Come on. Let's go.
Come on. Come on. What's up there?
Are you kidding?
Hello? I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that? I don't think it's happy we're here. Oh, holy, dude, there's...
Get the hell out of there, sir.
Man was getting home from work when this was captured on video.
So I'm standing outside right now, and I don't know if y'all can hear that, but these weird sounds are coming from that tree line, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know y'all can hear that. There's no way you can't hear that.
Why the hell are you standing outside listening to it? Go in the house.
Freaking insane update, y'all. The doll is back with us. Not the one that was stolen, but the one that we managed to wash our hands of by giving away. I had to drive 20 minutes away and come pick up this damn doll, and I never, ever, ever wanted to put this doll in my car. Ever. The only time it's ever been in my car is when I picked it up for the very first time. It has not been in my car since because I knew something was wrong with it. Okay, but now I have it in my car because we give it away to family, and they didn't believe us about everything I showed them. They're skeptics, okay? They didn't believe us. So they took the doll and give it to their granddaughter. Now, they didn't tell the little girl anything about the ghost or anything. They didn't want to scare her. They just wanted to give her a doll. I mean, understandable. But knowing what they know, that's insane to me. But if you don't believe it, you don't believe it. Whatever. So we give them the doll. They give the doll to the granddaughter. The granddaughter has the doll maybe 2 or 3 days. And the little girl tells her grandpa that the doll is alive. Something's wrong with it. That it moves. It keeps falling out of the chair. Or she said it was jumping out of the chair. But evidently it was just falling out of the chair. It would not stay sitting where she put it. She said it would turn its head and look at her. It would blink at her. It was freaking her out. Okay, so she gives it to her grandpa. Her grandpa takes the doll and puts it in his room. So the little girl's not scared anymore. I guess that's where he was going to leave the doll. But then the doll starts not the doll, but something starts touching him. He said something tapped on his shoulder, and there was no one there. And I guess that was enough to, he's like, I'm done. Okay. Believe it or not, he's done. Whether he believes it's real or not, it's enough for him to be done with it. Because he didn't tell the little girl anything about the ghost or haunting or anything like that. He just gave her a doll. And then the little girl's saying that something's wrong with the doll. And then he takes the doll to his room, and now something's touching him. And so now it's done. So now I had to drive out here and get the doll back. And I hope the little girl's not traumatized enough where she doesn't want to play with dolls anymore. That's what I hope. I hope whatever's attached to this doll wasn't naughty enough that it has scarred a little girl. That's what I hope. But we told them. We give them all the information. We showed them the videos. Come on, dude. Sorry, I'm driving. We told them, it's haunted. It moves. It will touch you. It will do all kinds of crazy stuff. We warned him, but he just didn't believe us. So he took the doll and gave it to his granddaughter. So now I've went and picked the doll up. I'm headed back home. I'm about 10 minutes away from my house now, thank God, because I was really scared that something was going to happen to me in this car with this doll. And I made my husband stay home with my daughter because ain't no fucking way in hell that I would ever, even in an emergency, put my baby girl in this car with that doll. No fucking way. It's bad enough I gotta put the doll in here with my newborn, or with my unborn son. I had been on edge the whole way, scared. I just felt like something's gonna happen. It's dread. But I think that's just because I know what the doll does. I don't think it's anything overpowering. It's just messing with my head. It's just playing head games with me. Nothing. It hasn't moved or anything which I'm driving. I can't see. But evidently it's going to be a good girl now because it's back with us and it's happy. And I think where I messed up is when we first got the girl. That's because I stopped at this red light, but I seen it out of the corner of my eye move and I about shit myself. bitch, back up. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to say that. Girl, back up. But I think where I messed up is when we first got the dolls and we seen that something was attached to them and that something was haunting them. I made the mistake of being like, don't hurt us, we'll take care of you. This is before I had kids now. So I've done made this doll, or whatever's attached to this damn doll, promises that we will always take, because me and my husband were like, it's a little girl attached to this doll, whichever doll. I don't know which doll it's attached to. But we're like, it's a little girl. Like, she maybe passed early and was just confused on how to pass over, like cross over. So she attached herself to the one thing she loves, her doll. So that's what we were thinking. So I'm telling this little girl in my mind, I'm thinking it's a little girl, I'm saying like, we'll take care of you, we'll take care of your doll, we'll make sure nothing ever happens to the doll, la 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 la. But then when I had kids, when I had my daughter, things changed. Like, and I think that's part of where the jealousy comes through.
Now, she said the doll hadn't moved since she had it in the car. Did she miss all of that movement that was going on beside her? Some of that movement was from her driving, but some of it wasn't. And I hope she got home safely.
He's calling. Chair. She's still there. In that chair right there. There was a little girl, like I said, no bigger than Sarah. Black hair. Well, people don't know how big Sarah is. Sarah's about. Sarah's a 6-year-old that we babysit. She's like that. She has black hair with pigtails. Her eyes are like red, wearing a red dress. She's legit doing this. She's sitting there, and she's like, she has her hands on her lap. Sadistic smile, just doing this. And she's sitting at that chair right there, Jason said. Right there. Imagine being at the hospital and seeing something like that. My daughter's like 2 rooms down. But yeah, that's a little ghost tale for what Jason saw at the hospital.
I didn't see anything. She said she watched the video again and she believed him. I didn't see anything.
Did y'all hear the story about how a mother brought a spirit to her daughter's house? It's a true story. So I see this video about this lady talking about how her mother brought a spirit to her house. So she said on this particular day that her mother came to her house. And when her mother came to her house, she was upstairs getting ready, right? And once she got ready, she started walking downstairs. But when she looked down the stairs, she seen this older white woman down the stairs. And the older lady was looking up at her and she was like, what the heck? Now she's not afraid because she's used to seeing spirits ever since she was young. And she said it's kind of hard for her sometimes to identify a spirit because they look like they're in the flesh form. So when she seen this older lady by her stairs, she screamed for her mom's name, not loud, but just Mom. Her mom said, yeah, baby, I'm down here. So the young lady walks down the stairs and says, Mom, why this lady in my house? The mother looks over and said, girl, what lady is you talking about? I don't see nobody. She said, Mom, this lady is right here. Mom, what you got of this ladies? The mother said, girl, I don't got nothing of that ladies. Then she said she turned to the spirit and asked what was hers. And she said the scarf that's around her neck. She said, Mom, where you get that scarf from? The mother said, I just got it from Goodwill. She said, Mom, this lady in my house because she want her scarf back. Then she said her mother said something to her, and then she told her mother, Mom, I told you to stop going over there to them thrift stores. And then that got me to thinking, man, I do believe that some objects have spiritual attachments to it. And I also believe that a lot of people have spiritual attachments to them as well. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, and make sure y'all follow for more content like this. And if you want more story times like this, type story time in the comment, and your comment could be in the next video. And to all the cool people that follow me, I'm going to see you in the next video.
Give that lady back her scarf so she can get out of your house. Oh, that makes me not ever want to go to the thrift store ever again. Alright, so that is it, you all. Which one of those videos creeps you out the most? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you like spooky and spiritual reactions, please follow for more content like this one. And until the next time, stay curious, stay fearless, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.